Thank you for choosing American Pest CEUs. Your work is governed by state and federal laws, which can often be complex and challenging to interpret. Additionally, pesticide labels serve as legally binding documents that must not only be followed, but also fully understood. This course provides an in-depth overview of Maryland state laws. Hi, I'm Sean Reeves. I'm an Associate Certified Entomologist with American Pest CEUs. I've been in the pest management industry since 1999, and I'll be your instructor for today's course. Today's course was compiled by Jack Launius, who has served in the pest management industry since 1990. Maryland's Pesticide Applicators Law. The Maryland Department of Agriculture, also known as MDA, Pesticide Regulation Section, PRS, regulates the distribution, sale, storage, use, and disposal of pesticides. Maryland requires that all pesticides sold be registered with MDA and carry an EPA-approved label. The Maryland Pesticide Registration and Labeling Law prohibits the distribution, sale, or transportation in the state of unregistered, adulterated, or misbranded pesticides. Pesticides are divided into two classifications of usage, general and restricted. The Pesticide Regulation Section administers Maryland's Pesticide Applicators Law, approves training courses, conducts examinations, enforces federal laws, and investigates pesticide accidents or incidents and consumer complaints on pesticide misuse. Each pest control consultant, pest control applicator, or public agency applicator shall obtain an annual certificate indicating competence in one or more established categories from the Secretary. Each private applicator shall obtain a certificate which shall require periodic renewal as determined by the Secretary. Each application for a certificate by a pest control consultant or pest control applicator shall be accompanied by a $75 certificate fee plus $25 for each category in excess of one. Each application for a private applicator certificate shall be accompanied by a fee of $7. Each applicant for a pest control consultant certificate, pest control applicator certificate, or public agency applicator certificate shall demonstrate competence to consult on pest control or to apply pesticide safely in the state by passing a written examination prepared and administered by the department. There shall be no charge for an initial examination, provided that each pest control applicator or each pest control consultant shall pay $10 for each examination retaken after the initial examination. Each applicant for a private applicator certificate shall pass an examination given by the department. A private applicator certificate is valid for 3 years and may be renewed by the certificate holder by participation in training approved by the department. Each certificate shall be renewed upon payment of the certificate fee and demonstration of satisfactory knowledge of pesticide use. Each place of business engaged in the business of conducting pest control shall obtain an annual license indicating the category of operation. Each place of business engaged in the business of pest control or pest control consulting shall pay to the department an annual license fee of $150 and shall provide evidence of financial responsibility as required by the department. Each licensee shall be renewed upon payment of the license fee and submission of proof of liability insurance. Any person who operates a pest control business shall register annually with the department each employee, other than a certified applicator, who offers or performs pest control at each business location. The application fee to register an employee initially is $30. The annual renewal fee to register an employee is $30. If an application for renewal of a license, certificate, or registration is received by the department more than 30 days after the expiration of the license, certificate, or registration, the applicant is subject to a $30 late fee. Let's look at 15.05.01.03 General Requirements for Licensees, Permittees, Certificate Holders, or Registered Employees. Licensing Requirements. A private applicator shall obtain a certificate. A pest control applicator, pest control consultant, or public agency applicator shall obtain a certificate. Each place of business performing pest control shall be licensed. A public agency performing pest control shall obtain a permit. A person who sells or distributes restricted use pesticides shall obtain a permit. Transfer of certificate, license, or permit prohibited. A certificate, license, or permit issued under this chapter may not be transferred to any person. Certified applicator requirement. A licensee or permit holder, except a dealer, shall designate an individual who is certified in those categories for which each place of business is licensed. This designated person may not serve as a certified individual for more than one place of business. Loss of certified applicator. A licensee or permit holder immediately shall notify the department when a certified applicator is no longer employed. Vehicle identification requirement. The pesticide business name and license number shall appear on each motor vehicle transporting pesticides or devices used in pest control. The license number, which shall be preceded by the abbreviation for the Maryland Department of Agriculture, namely MDA, and the business name shall be in bold print, not less than 2 inches high, and displayed on both sides of the vehicle. A licensee or permittee shall permit the department, upon presenting credentials and at reasonable times, to sample any pesticide and inspect any device, container, product, apparatus, or equipment used or intended for use in pest control operations, location from which pest control is conducted, and pest control activity by a certified applicator or persons under the applicator's supervision. Next, we'll look at 15.05.01.04 Pest Control Employees, Responsibilities of Employer, the Department, and Employees. A licensee or permittee shall register with the department each employee who performs pest control, either when applying, respectively, for a license or permit, or within 30 days after the employee's employment. Providing identifying information, a licensee or permittee shall provide the department with the employee's name, social security number, and a 1-inch by 1-inch photograph, paying initial and renewal registration fees. New employees. Beginning October 1st, 2010, a licensee or permittee shall pay an initial registration fee of $30 for each new registered employee required to be registered under Regulation B. Existing employees of pest control consultant licenses. Beginning January 1st, 2011, a licensee or permittee shall pay an annual renewal fee of $30 for each registered employee required to be registered. An employee registration for an employee of a pesticide business licensee, a not-for-hire licensee, or a permitted public agency becomes effective beginning July 1st, or, whenever obtained, expires June 30th. An employee registration for an employee of a pest control consultant licensee becomes effective beginning January 1st, or whenever obtained, and expires December 31st. If an application for renewal of an employee registration card is received by the department more than 30 days after the renewal date of the registration card, the licensee is subject to a $30 late fee. Within 30 days after termination of the registered employee, a licensee or permittee shall give the department written notice of the employee termination. Ensuring completion of an approved program, each licensee or permittee is responsible for ensuring that each employee, other than a certified applicator, successfully completes a training program approved by the department. Employee training shall be completed within 30 days of employment and before registration with the department. A licensee or permittee may not allow an employee who has failed to successfully complete an approved training program to perform pest control services unless a certified applicator or registered employee is physically present at the time and place of the pest control service. Upon request by the department, each licensee or permittee shall provide written evidence that an employee has completed an approved training program. The licensee or permittee shall maintain throughout the duration of an employee's employment a record showing the date on which the employee completed the approved program. Let's look at 15.05.01.07 Private Applicator Certificate.